This seatbelt just tried to play me. We back at the car. Of course, if you don't know, you should know about what's going on in California. And I want to be very clear. I'm not making this very quick video to try to profit off of somebody else's or a collective of people's pain. But man, I'm not trying to do that. I just wanted to be an encouragement. Y'all, I don't know what we as humans, how much more needs to happen here on earth for us to realize that love and kindness is so important. Support and being there for people is so important. This is not the video where I'm saying that people dogging you out, doing this, doing that, you just settle and you go through that. No. I'm saying, can you even imagine having to completely start over? Or taking something with a grain of salt and then realizing it's a natural disaster? Even all the homes that was in Hollywood and different things like that, and what have you, in the ritzy areas. You have all the money in the world. That doesn't save you from pain. It doesn't save you from devastation. And it also doesn't move things as quick as people think. In some instances it could. But these people with money, they gonna have to kind of wait like everybody else. Yes, you might be able to go quickly, go get a hotel or go do this or go do that, but you still lost. And we have to assume that people that are living in multi-million-dollar homes or what have you have all of their affairs in order. And you may think, but why wouldn't they? The same reason why people die every day with no insurance that costs $20-some a month, sometimes even less than that. You can actually get it less than that if you just want to be buried. We're not even talking about leaving something for your family. We're talking about just being buried. And so, you know, we can go into so many different ways of why this, why that, and what have you, but I don't know what more needs to happen for us to realize life is too short, for us to realize we are not exempt. All of those people who have lived in California for years, nothing would make those people say that they thought this would happen to them. Even though California is known for fires and different things like that. Even when I lived there, it was known for that. But you don't think, you're just not even entertaining those thoughts, which that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But you're just not even, man, I just couldn't even imagine being in my house with my son and not even being able to process what to take. Not even being able to get a clear enough thought through. Not even being able to take my car, and he and I are on foot. And a lot of people that's in California, a lot of them are transients, just like people move to other states. So people don't have support and family and friends. And you know what's so crazy? You actually have people that have family and friends in the area, but you can't reach out to them. It's like, man, it just breaks my heart. I often like to put myself in situations as close as I can, because I think to myself, oh my goodness, what would I have done? Like, everybody think, oh, I would just book a ticket. You know how many people trying to book tickets? You know how many people trying to get on an airplane, get in a PJ? You know how many people trying to do that? So you know what they were saying, that a lot of people that were trying to evacuate, the reason why they had to get out and leave their cars is because if you have a mass amount of people trying to get to one area, what do you think is going to happen? You should know. You see rush hour traffic every day if you're driving in it around that time. At some point in your life, you've been in rush hour traffic. So imagine how many people didn't really take it serious. Because again, I've been in Wisconsin and they like, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. We never evacuated. It's just like, Lord, have mercy on us. Those who don't even know how to ask for mercy, Lord, have mercy. Lord, help me. Help me get my mind together to prepare for the good, for the bad, for the ugly, for the great. However it has to come. However it has to come. And you know what's so crazy? We see these stories in the Bible all the time. Plagues jumping off, all kinds of stuff. And people had to figure out what they was going to do. The Lord gave an answer to some people and told them, hey, this is what you do. Da 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 da. I really hope this year more than ever that we see an extension of love, an extension of kindness. We've had so much hatred be spewed through people, towards people, mentally, emotionally. It's just a nightmare, man. It is a nightmare. Sometimes interacting with people is a nightmare. Sometimes having to deal with certain circumstances and you don't have that support, you don't have that, it's a nightmare. It's so difficult. It can be so difficult when you realize you actually don't have anybody to call. And the people you can call, with all due respect, probably can't even help you. Because they're trying to help themselves. They're trying to help their family. They're in a position where they're, struggling and trying to get on their feet. It's time we really just start taking this thing called life more serious, honestly. It's just a lot, man. And it's easy to say, oh, if I had this and if I had that, I would be doing this. You know how many millionaires has lost stuff? Their first thought is not probably helping other people. They trying to get themselves together. Think about how we just saw so many the water disaster, and I don't drew a blank, in them other states. That stuff, to get relief to people, takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. So it's just a lot of different moving parts, It's just like, there's nothing to be afraid of, because there's so many stories in the Bible where God showed himself and Jesus showed himself. I just really, really see that. I really hope people start to realize love is important. Togetherness is important. Being there for one another is important. Reconciling, forgiving others, forgiving yourself. Those people lost everything. They may still be breathing, but I can only imagine. Imagine people that just left with the clothes on their back because they thinking like, oh, okay, no ID, no social security cards, no birth certificates. You understand what I'm saying? So I really just hope we get to a place. And if we can't do it in terms of the masses, find yourself doing it. Find yourself being loving. Find yourself being more kind, being more gentle. Right? Find yourself being more courageous, willing to take risks, because you don't know the day nor the hour. What's the worst that's going to happen? Ask yourself, do an assessment of your life from now and the past. You've had some good times, some bad times, but imagine how many things you could have done better with. Could have handled better, could have dealt with it better, could have cried a little bit less, could have been a little stronger, just several things. So I want to encourage y'all to do that. I love y'all. We'll talk soon.